Hello and welcome to the Corporate Development Academy, CODAC, an online series that tackles relevant issues to everyday life. A special thank you to all those that sent in their comments and suggestions in the last episode. It's played a huge part in today's session. Please keep them coming. My name is Chibuzo Okechukwu. Success is a good feeling. It's where everyone wants to be and what we all strive to achieve. In your careers, jobs, or businesses, there's always something that keeps you going and helps you prepare for the challenges that arise oftentimes. However, there are times when everything seems to be going sideways. Mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, and even psychologically. We just know that things haven't worked out as planned. This is the time when we must make very tough decisions. One that we may not have considered ever making. One that would mean letting go of all we have had and all we've given into our duties, all that we've put into a particular venture. A time that we truly take a stand for what we want. Our topic today is it's okay to shut down. No one knows your experiences in your job or business like you do. Yeah, while people can sympathize or empathize with you for different things, no one can actually fully assume the position that you're in. Absolutely nobody. Not a friend, not some mentor, not a customer, not your clients, and not even your family members. Nobody. You are the sole captain of the ship, the pilot of the jet, and you're the driver of your vehicle. You see, people will tell you never to give up. I probably would too, or I even already have. Many people will insist that you be strong-hearted and that it's only the wise or only most talented people that will stick it out to the end long enough to succeed. Now, this is true, but the part they don't share is that your journey is yours alone, so to speak. People who succeed are those who made difficult and risky choices. And sometimes this includes the choice of shutting down, closing shop, leaving that job, shutting down your business. You see, closing a business is in no way a sign of weakness or failure. It in fact takes strength to up and leave something that you passionately started. Quitting your business doesn't mean you don't have what it takes. Now get this, that you close shop does not mean that you have given up. Shutting down is just another tough decision from so many other decisions you will have to make as an entrepreneur in order to be where you want to be and live the life that you want to live. It is what happens when you are convinced that you have tried everything possible by your strength to make things work and be happy, and it is yet to happen. Or at the current state, it hasn't happened. It could also be that you see a better path, a better way of achieving your goals. Now, this is not shameful or cowardly. It's in fact smart. It's a good way to run your affairs. Now, let me give you an example of mine. So a few years ago, I started a business of grilling fish. You know, I found a very, very good spot in a choice area in the city of Abuja in Nigeria. And business started fine. Oh, it cost me quite a lot to start it. But you see, a lot of things I didn't consider. It was a good location, but it was an office area. So what happened when businesses closed for the day? It was empty. I stayed open till about 8 to 10 p.m., but the place became dead from 4 p.m. Now, so many things happened. I wasn't making any money. In fact, I was spending money. Oh, and guess what? When the rains came, I had a flooding issue that I never even foresaw from the beginning. Now, somebody would tell me, oh, don't give up. Keep trying. Don't quit. But you see, even though I even delayed in making that decision, time came when the inevitable had to happen. I had to close that business down. Counted my losses. As an entrepreneur, there must be a time when you must be ready to count your losses and move on to something better. Now I'm going to share some reasons with you why you could consider shutting down. But before I begin, I would like to say this clearly. You see, the truth is, you actually don't need any reason. Now get this. The same way you decided to start that business, or you decided to take that job, and then you did things the way you did them, and then you took it and bore it for as long as you could, it's the same way you can decide on your own to shut it down whenever you feel moved to. However, I understand that sometimes we might need validation to help making tough decisions. You see, sometimes we may just be too close to a situation, and so you need somebody else to help us figure it out. That's what I'm here to do. And this list is only to make you or help you understand what the best way forward is. Now understand, shutting down is only an option people need to know that they have. Whether it's the best for your situation or not, that's totally up to you. So here are 10 reasons why it could be okay to shut down, and it's in no order whatsoever. The first one, you're not making enough money to survive. Now we understand that in business, it takes a while from when you start your business to when you break even and then begin to make profit. Now, if the duration that you had specified or stipulated from the start has been exceeded, and even more time is beginning to pass, and you keep having to pump money into your business, yet you're not breaking even. In fact, the monies that are going are beginning to affect your personal means of livelihood, your own survival. Monies that are meant for other things are being pushed into your business. Debts are growing. You're taking loans and borrowing money. No, that's a time to consider shutting down. 2, you may have a better offer. Now, for jobs or even businesses, something more lucrative could have come up. Now, the thing here is that it's tricky, because if you shut down a business because something better has come up, then that opens the door, the possibility that you will keep shutting down every time something new comes up. However, it's also something to consider if the business you're doing is not as lucrative as other opportunities. You see, in the times that we're in, a lot of things have changed, so it's okay to consider better offers. Number 3, your market share or customer base is disappearing. Now, there are so many examples of this. This mostly occurs when competition increases in a particular business or in a particular line or in the services that you render. Now, it also does not mean that once there's a competition that you push out. No, there are so many ways that you can keep it going, push back, fight back, keep your business going. But like I said, it's also something to consider when you realize that the customers that you once had are moving on to other places. Don't forget, you can also consider rebranding and a lot of other options before, which is also one of the options you consider shutting down. Number 4, your circumstances may have changed. Now, this is wide. It's broad. It covers anything. It could mean that you're moving houses, you're changing locations from where the business was properly situated, or you're going back to school, or it could even mean that your circumstance, from being single and now you're married, or a loss in the family. Something may have just changed that pushes you away from the way things were being done in your business, or from the interest and the motivation that you had in that job. Then it's time to consider shutting down. 5, your business is hurting you. Now, before you even wonder what that means, let me let you in on something. Do you know that it's possible that the business that you're doing may be affecting your family, your friends, your husband or wife, the people around you, or even yourself? You see, the business that you do may have started to cause you more pain than profit. When things like that start happening, once again, you must understand that every situation is peculiar to the other. So you must understand how it affects and applies to you. When that happens, please consider shutting down. 6, you just decide to do something different. Now, this is a personal one. Something within you just decides that, look, I'd rather be doing this instead of this. Now, this is not a very good place to be. It's not one of the strongest reasons to shut down. But you see, as long as the passion that you had given to it from the start is no more there, or whatever was driving you to push that business or to wake up every day and go to that place of employment is no more there, then you may want to consider shutting down. 7, your set goals and expectations have changed. Now, at the beginning of your business, at the start of any venture, or even when you take up a new job, you may have set some targets for yourself. You may have said that these are the things you want to achieve. These are the things you expect within a particular duration. Now, when you see that those things are beginning to change, what you intend to achieve in a short while is increasing, or your expectations are not being met, or you have wider expectations and the business that you're doing is not offering that, or the job that you've taken is not providing you with such an environmental opportunity, then it may just be time to make the move. 8, you are no longer happy. Now, you must understand that people do jobs for different reasons. Businesses are started and pushed for various reasons. But I would like to tell you that happiness is one of them. You see, when you're working, when you have a business, you must enjoy it. You must wake up smiling. You must be happy, even when things are not going so well. But because you know that you started that with everything that you have, mentally, you gave it your all to start, then you must be happy doing that job. Now, when that happiness is no more there, a lot of other underlying reasons could cause that. But when you figure out that you're not exactly happy in your job anymore, or you're not enjoying what you do as a business, please take the decision to shut down. 9, no more sense of satisfaction. Now, they might be similar to the previous one, but for satisfaction, it means at the end of a business day, or when you transact with your customers, or even interacting with your customers, you don't feel very, very satisfied in the end. You don't feel that the business that you're doing is making as much impact as you intended, or as you hoped, or as you wished. Look, one thing that customers require is customer satisfaction. Now, you, the business provider, you must be satisfied with the value that you offer. If that satisfaction is no more there, then you must begin to consider the very hard decision of shutting down. Number 10, you simply don't want to continue. Now, like I said in the beginning, you don't exactly have to have any reason to shut down. And just like number 10, just on your own, you take a decision to quit. Now, quitting does not mean being lazy or giving up. Quitting just means you want to push down on what you're doing in order to push up on something else. Now, get this. Don't be afraid to give up on the good for the great. In the tough and uncertain times that we're in now, it is necessary that we understand the nature of our jobs or businesses, and also consider how it may be affected by the inevitable changes. It is wise to give your best and consider all options to ensure you remain in business and strive to stay profitable. But it is also wise to know when the hard decisions need to be made. Yes, the fear of the unknown is real. However, how long can you keep braving it on that business? How much financial losses? How much risk to your health, your relationship, your happiness? How much can you take before you realize that it's time to move on? Now, let me say this. Living one thing for another is okay. Living for nothing, it's also fine, as long as you've made that decision clearly and in a good state of mind. But you never leave something you're doing without a plan in sight. You see, there are various other reasons why you would need to shut down eventually. It could be medical. Now, let me also add to my story. You see, the business I was doing was grilling of fish. And one of the things that it entailed, it dealt with a lot of smoke. Now, this is something that is not good for my health, particularly, and as well as everyone else's. Basically, it was one of the reasons why I took the decision to close it down. It could also be you got an admission to go back to school, and so business would not give you enough time. Or it could just be what your mind tells you. What you need to know is that shutting down is not giving up. Your business is your business. As long as you don't intentionally choose to sit and do nothing, or quit the business or quit that job so you can leech off someone else. As long as you are certain that you're not just being lazy and choosing to be idle, it's okay to shut down. That's all we have on this episode. Don't forget to like, share, leave your comments, and subscribe. Also, invite your friends to be a part of the series. Continue to send in your suggestions, your views, and even your requests to be a part of the show. Thank you for watching, and join us again next time. This is CODAC